I'm ready.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here today with Buddy Uldrikson, and the purpose today is to talk about this little terrific out of the gray mare that he started on June the 9th, I believe. She's been a very interesting filly. We're highlighting her because of the fact that which I both kind of consider to be really quite athletic and a very interesting horse to work with. She's been, right from the get-go, really had a lot of triumph. And she's a line-bred play gun, and a world of ability. So I'm going to pass the mic to Buddy now, and he's going to kind of fill you in on what she's been like to work with. Here you go, Buddy.
In the beginning, it took a little while for me to get on. She had a lot of tightness in her, tension. Usually a horse like that, I'll take my time before I get on. The groundwork and stuff, I put a lot of bending in there, and to me that just kind of gives me confidence that I'll have some control. But putting that bend in the horse, that'll really get them to. It takes a lot of buck out. It gets their muscles soft, gets them relaxed. After the first couple rides, she was a lot stiffer on the right side, and she held onto that for quite a while. But I believe right now she's a lot better on the right than the left, so now I'll start working on the left a little more, and pretty soon I'll get them evened up. She didn't react the way I thought she would, which was good. That was a lot of the preparation I put in there. And after a few rides, she started getting relaxed and started freeing up a lot. And right now she's getting a lot of go to her, so we can harness that just right and put it in, use that motion for just the right, what I need out of it. I'm riding her outside a lot more now. That'll just get her relaxed and get her more responsive to what I'm after. She's a little heavy on the front end, but because she's so athletic, I've kind of just overlooked that a little bit, because she's really starting to sweep them shoulders across nice. And I think when the time is right, she'll understand her job, and that won't be too big of an issue. So I'm not real concerned about that. It does make for kind of a choppy lope, some of her strides are a little choppy, so to speak, but because of her athletic ability, we just won't even bother with that. I think she's going to have a real nice stop to her. She's starting to get a nice little feel in her head and neck there, getting her hindquarters really up underneath her as I can, just the slightest shift of my weight, she's really starting to catch on to that. And I like the fact that normally you'll see that in a lazy horse. It's easy to teach a lazy horse how to stop, but when you get a horse that has a lot of go like this, and she can feel just that slight little change in your hips, boy, that's what I'm after. And so good stop, good turn, and then to top that off with a lot of go, that's right on, that's what I like.
Yeah, this little filly is really quite interesting. She's got a tremendous stride on her for such a short horse, particularly behind. It's really easy for her to kind of get her hindquarters up underneath her pretty good. And Buddy's really got her butt really soft in the mouth. And she's getting more and more sensitive to his legs. What's really nice about this filly is that she likes to move. So when you've got a horse that really likes to move, then it makes it a whole lot easier so you direct that energy into something good. And so it's kind of a gift. Most people are hollering, screaming, and pulling on the horses now, trying to make them stand still. They don't realize that extra energy is a gift. All you got to do is use it for something positive. Now, I want you to talk about how it feels her feet feel underneath you when you're riding a little bit. And
in the beginning, of course, she had no clue what I was asking, but I think that's the trick, is we don't tell a horse what to do, we don't demand it, we just kind of guide them, and pretty soon they'll look for that guidance, they're looking for your feel, you're looking for their feel. And right now we really feel of each other as I'm reaching, she's reaching. You know, a little shift in my body, I can feel them feet moving. It's taking very little pressure with my legs and my rein. And you know, pretty soon I'll be using less and less body, and pretty soon it'll just be we'll be with each other. But it's gonna be real nice riding her, because especially if a person's roping or cutting, whatever you're doing, there won't be so much work on your part. What I mean by that is, when I'm roping, a lot of times you're having to hold your horse and guide your horse and correct your horse.
Let's go ahead and stop it there for a moment.